Do you have any suggestions on measuring for kids?
Measure twice and cut once.
Yeah.
And don't cut your arm off.
What about safety equipment?
Safety. Definitely glasses are pretty helpful. I should probably go put some of those on. But prior experience with woodworking and maybe the supervision of an elder would be highly recommended. So these will be the actual posts of the ramp. We'll have 4 of them, about 5 feet long, and they'll serve as your ladder for the nest at top.
When cutting these at 5 feet, are you saving the rest of this piece of wood for anything else?
Yep, we'll save the rest of that for the rungs and the ladder, and also to build the other parts that keep the ramp together. So yeah, we're starting at 5 feet.
Okay.
So before that, we'll cut all the 2-foot rungs. So we're gonna have the rungs and the ladder. So each at about 2 feet across. And
How many
do 5 of those. 3 for the back for the ladder to climb up, and then 2 in the front just to stabilize it and hook the ramp. So you want to place the rungs evenly, and at 5 feet with 3 of them, you place the center of one at 15 inches. So one at every 15 inches is perfect. So go ahead and mark that. The screws that we got 2.25 inch screws. These are just about perfect for the 2x4s. You can go a little bit longer, but anything longer and will end up poking through. So the next step will be creating the hinges. That way it's foldable, easy to transport and whatnot. It's pretty simple. Okay. So we'll start by drilling some holes. So the holes we'll drill, let's see, 2 on each post. And that's where we connect the hinges and also how we connect the ramp. That way you can also disassemble it, put it in the garage, or fold it up, put it in the car, on top of the roof, whatever. The big thing for the hinges is just making sure that they don't conflict with the rungs here, you know, so they can still swing freely and not get in the way of all the other screws and stuff. So
where do you think you'll put them?
On this one, we'll go just outside on your ladder with the 3 rungs. We'll go just outside each of these. So good measurement for that is you can go about a foot in. So that way you'll drill your hole, it won't mess up with these screws. A foot's a good easy measurement. And you want to make sure the holes are nice and centered. So with the 2x4, it's actually 3.5 inches wide. So you want to go 1 3/4 in, and it'll put you right on the money. To drill through this one, I have a 5/8 inch bit, and you basically, whatever size bolts you get, you want to just have the bit just a little bit wider, just enough so you can still move everything around. It's not too tight, so they fit in there, you know, with just enough wiggle room. We have washers and everything, so when you tighten it up, it'll be good to go. Now if you cut 4 more 2-foot pieces, you're going to use these. These will be your supports on the side. And we're going to do the same thing with these. Drill a hole on each end. And that way you'll create a hinge, you know, hook there. And yeah, be good to go. So we'll get to more drilling. I have to do 2 ends in each of these. Also in the center at 1 3/4 and 1 3/4. So now put the hinges together. Do a washer on that one side. Do a washer on the other.
Why are you doing the butterfly on the outside?
It shows the wing nut, just because it's easy. You can do it with your hand. It's pretty simple, quick escape plan or quick setup plan. You know, you can also do it with locking washers too. Locking washers will make sure it's super tight, but then you just gotta remember to bring a crescent wrench for this thing too. I just want to bring a crescent wrench just in case. That way you can tighten it from the back here if you can't get these tight enough. So. The other good thing about the washers is you can kind of adjust them, loosen them up, you know, get it nice and level wherever you're sitting. So it's really easy to get it nice and square. That's why if your measurements are off a little bit, you can always kind of adjust it with the washers and put in the wing nuts. So the next step will be creating the nest, is what I want to call it. I'll call it the crow's nest. Now it's just a platform that goes on top here. It's where you can stand in, strap on, you know, get ready to drop in. So on this crow's nest, we're going 27 inches, so 27-inch square. That way it'll fit over the top of those posts and kind of hold it, make sure it's a little more solid. So first off, we'll just do a 27-inch square of this plywood and then build a frame from there. You know how many marks it takes to get a straight line? 3. What's it like? So the rest of the plywood, we'll just use one long strip, and that'll be your actual ramp, the drop-in ramp part. The easiest would just be a straight line from here on. You could do a little bit longer one. This also gives you an option, like you could do a little bit longer, narrow one. But then you just have to get a couple more 2x4s. So the steeper the incline, you know, the faster, but that kink can also take away some of your speed when you drop in. So for this one, just the excess will you know, match up pretty well, give you a good amount of speed. So yeah, we'll go build this first.
So how are you laying out the crow's nest?
So the crow's nest, we are going 2 27-inch pieces at the end here, 2 24 pieces right here, and for added support, you can cut some more 2-foot pieces. They'll fit here in the middle, and if you place them just a little bit wider, actually, you know, 3.5 inches, the exact width of a 2x4 there, it'll kind of lock the 2x4 in place and hopefully keep it from shifting around a little bit. So you can kind of place this on here, make sure all your measurements are good to go, and then start screwing everything in from there.
The thing is that you're bending over and invisible person, maybe?
Yeah,
Even though you still get that character.
So the next step is building the actual ramp, part that you slide down. So making it easy and using the rest of that 4x8 sheet of plywood, we just cut the length of it, 27 inches by 69 inches, and then also 2 2x4s to support it on the side. So with this, you have a pretty steep angle, enough that you can get a lot of speed. And then you also have this other option, you have a little bit longer ramp with the leftover piece that you could always get some 2x4s and put some hooks on that and make that. So give it a little more extension, or if you put it in the back of a truck, you'll have a little bit longer length, because this is an 8-foot piece. So that's one way to use the extra parts. Some photo stuff on the side. Yeah, I think like just a little bit of stuff here and there. So from this last step, you got your beams on there. Depending on how thick of plywood you get, you might want to add some ribs in the middle here. Give it a little more support. This one's pretty thick, so it's pretty strong. Doesn't have too much flex in it. And then you get these two angle iron hooks. So these things, they're over in by the concrete of your local hardware store. You're gonna get some that are pretty strong, and you'll mount these to the ramp part, and then you can hook them on like so, and they'll hold your ramp on. So now with these angles, you can find some bolts that work or drill holes and run screws. Just make sure and run it pretty wide so you're not going to scuff up your board. You can also get those nice bolts that are rounded. That way you won't gouge your base up at all, and still have a pretty sturdy mount. Cool, so we have our hooks on here. Those guys are bolted in there nice and solid. And this is the last piece. Go.
Roughly how much does this ramp cost?
This ramp would cost under $100 easy.
And how long did it take you to make it?
About 2 hours. Your ramp, which you can build a couple of them depending on speed. You got your crow's nest here. Fit in the trunk easy style. You can loosen these wing nuts. Collapses. It's super easy. Portable speed.